Wingardium Leviosa. I mean, we're back with Mashle, and I promise that'll be the last Harry Potter reference.
It won't.
Okay, it probably won't. But yeah, Mashle Part 2. Let's see if this half of the dub could be as good, which, spoilers, it probably is. I don't know. That depends on who you ask, though.
Yeah, just don't ask him. He's not biased.
Oh, yeah, I mean, there's a couple of people we wish weren't here, but let's get to it. We're on the Magia Lupus arc, so episode 7. So, yeah, last time, Mash got lost and ended up at room where the leader of the Magia Lupus, Abel, which I can finally go over him now, was punishing Silva, turning him into a doll. Oh, when Mash walked in, Abel was talking to the doll, and Mash was like, you know you're talking to a doll, right? That's weird.
I mean, their hideout is an arrangement door in a corridor. So it's like a random broom closet, like anyone could walk in.
Yeah. Well, Abel Nightfall is voiced by Howard Wang, who's, Guang Hongji from Yuri on Ice. Is that still getting a follow-up?
No.
And Zhe Liang from Heaven Official's Blessing. More like Homo Official's Blessing. Okay, what is with him being in all this BL shit? Nothing wrong with it. I'm just wondering, like, it's just a random thing to be casted all the time. Oh, he's probably even in Love Stage, I just don't remember. What's up?
I mean, he's also Luca in Honkai Rail Star.
Isn't it Star Rail?
I know what I said.
I mean, he's doing fine. Abel is your typical, his whole thing is survival of the fittest. Might makes right, is his whole mentality. We'll cover the other Magia Lupus members when their fights show up, because they do all say one or two things here, but yeah. So, we've got Mash versus Abel in a first scuffle, as Abel uses puppet magic. So, what, like sorcery? That's what we're doing with Dai?
Yeah. Well, except for, you know, if he could use strings to turn people into puppets. I know there's stuff later.
I mean, we see in Naruto, Chiyo do that to Sakura. She uses chakra strings to help Sakura move faster. So maybe he... That technically counts, close enough. But yeah, so...
Yeah, but I mean, but that doesn't physically turn them into a wooden puppet.
Hey man, I'm sure sorcery did that somehow. But yeah, so... Yeah, Mash basically is able to get through the weak puppets that are thrown at him. Because you all know, Abel's the main villain of this arc, so obviously they're not going to have their all-out fight here. Also, Mash tries getting Silva and nearly crushes his skull with his strength. It's like, oh, I know I killed this guy. Hey, this guy needs help, so I'm going to get him out of here. Also, you seem to really want my gold coin, that's why this fight even started. So here, if you want it so bad. But it turns out it was a button he took off one of the puppets as a decoy.
Actually, I think it was his own jacket.
No, because Abel says the button from one of the puppets is missing. And that's when the female member of the group, Love, again, we'll get to her VOD a bit, explains how she saw everything and recaps what was shown, because Mash apparently moves so fast that someone has to do it. How he apparently, when he threw the coin, sucked it back into his mouth immediately after, before anyone could see it.
Because of course he did.
Also, get used to Love doing that. That is kind of her gimmick. I don't know why. Especially when we already have a narrator. Was it the point you brought up?
Yeah, we have a narrator who also has made comedic comments.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Mash ends up running out of the room. You're like, well, I guess we'll see you some other time. Bye. As Abel seems intrigued by this, being like, huh, I guess he's not all talk. I can't wait to fuck him again. I mean, fight him again. cut to the infirmary room, and Silva seems to be fine now. He's like, oh, what happened? I have no memory of anything. And he wakes up to Mash exercising next to him, and it freaks him the fuck out.
It's perfectly normal. What are you why would you freak out?
I don't know. He's like, what the hell are you doing? I'm just exercising here. Oh, this is not right. Oh, okay. Sure. Yeah, why not? Well, Mash is glad he's fine, and he's like, well, I guess I'll be seeing you around. You know, you're not my enemy anymore. And Silva, I guess, seems cool with it. I wonder if he's going to go back to Magia Lupus or not after this. Probably not. We don't see him for the rest of the season. So, get the hell out of here, you stupid dumb pancake. No, I did okay, Silva, I guess. Oh, we could call him a half-erect waffle. Is that a thing, Di?
The fuck?
A semi-erect waffle.
But aren't waffles technically more flat than pancakes?
No, because they're crunchier. What the hell are we even debating here? Well, back
how
with
you cook your pancakes, apparently.
Back with the Atler dorm. The four dudes, our main characters, are all here now, as Dot has bangs, claiming that Lemon seems to be into it, so he's trying to rock this new hairstyle. And he gets mad at Lance, saying that tall, good looks, got that whole bad boy thing going on. You're playing the game of life on easy mode! Yeah, he doesn't like Lance at all. Also, he brought Finn and Mash tea, because he says, you know, you gotta be a good host. And Finn is surprised, being like, you know, how is it this guy actually has good manners when he seems, well, like this?
Yes.
Well, that's when Lemon runs into the room, and before she's...
Oh god, here it comes.
Yeah, here it comes. It says, wait, 4 boys, but only 1 me? Don't even think about it, you beasts! And one of them literally screams, no one was thinking anything! But yeah, that's what she says. She reveals what's actually going on. That Lang has the most coins, and that the top Adler students are off campus right now. Wonder if this is going to come back later, and we're going to meet, like, the top Adler student in Season 2 or something. You know, kind of like with Yuta and JJK.
I mean, we technically do.
Yeah.
But that's later.
Well, cut to Mash apparently getting punished for, you know, still beating up a couple of the students, Silva and Lauren. He's like, I'm glad you stood up to bullies, but I still have to at least look like I'm punishing you. So, you're on owl cleaning duty. Clean up the owl shit and all that stuff. And Lance agrees to help Mash, too. Because, you know, we gotta have a tag team match coming up. I mean, spoilers.
No. How could you spoil a shonen?
Well, it's here we meet Allor and Anzor, the two 6th and 7th Fangs of the Magia Lupus. So yeah, their top 7 members are called the 7 Fangs.
Why are their names so similar?
I don't know, but their gimmick is really funny, because Anzor's whole thing is stating the obvious. Like, when they're walking to the location, he says, did you know, Allor, that once time has passed, you can't get that time back? And Allor goes, would you please stop stating the obvious?
That's his thing. He states the obvious and acts like it's profound.
Yeah. So Allor is voiced by Bill Butts, Mask the Masculine from Bleach, and Anzor is voiced by Lucian Dodge, Yu-Gi-Oh from Bleach. Yes, I really did just take Bleach twice. You can't stop me.
He's not biased or anything.
Well, they show...
You need to say something more recent, like Dustin Elysian Tale. Wait.
That was over a decade ago! Actually, so is Bleach, to be fair.
Exactly. Specifically that Yu-Gi-Oh thing.
Well, hey man, you never know. He's already cameoed in 1,000 Year Blood War, so he could talk soon. Well, but yeah, so this, they show up to fight Mash and Lance, because they want their coins. So we've got Lance versus Onzor, and Mash versus the Bill thingy. Onzor, yeah. No, that's not Onzor.
Wait, Onzor and On. Oh, so they're both Onzor now.
Yes.
Got you.
Yes, Onzor.
Onzor number one.
Onzor number one. So Onzor, the seventh Fang, uses shuriken magic. He also says to Lance, did you know that during a fight, there will always be a winner and a loser? Even Lance is like, dude, you're not profound. What the fuck? But what's giving Lance trouble is the owls are in the way. And he's like, oh, screw the owls, I don't care. But that's when he has an image of his sister saying, don't hurt the cute owlies, what's wrong with you? And he goes, oh, I can't disappoint her. Because of course.
Were you expecting any less?
Yeah. So of course Onzor is basically acting all cocky and everything. Like, this is pathetic. I thought the Crown family that you hail from is supposed to be top tier magic users, but I guess not. But Lance was just stalling till you know he got the owls to safety. After that, it's basically completely one-sided. Onzor gets his ass kicked.
Well, if all you could do is throw shurikens, you can't do much against gravity.
But he could throw
honestly,
3 shuriken at once.
That just sounds kind of lame in a world of magic.
It does. No, to be honest, Allor's magic is a little bit more cool. He's the 6th Fang, so he can use sea field magic, basically transforming an area he's in around him kind of to an aquarium thing. From to swim into?
Just a water void.
Yeah.
He sucks his opponents down into it.
And Mash apparently has trouble swimming, at least from what he remembers, but then he's like, wait, well, I can't find the kid, where is he? What was that? It slipped so fast! There's no way it swam that fast. He was careful, freaking him the fuck out. But that's when he's like, okay, screw this, I'm gonna go out. And he turns into a fucking shark!
Well, that explains why he's not part of Orca Dorm.
But orcas love sharks, at least I do.
No, no they don't. They just murder them.
I can't help it. Well, yeah, it doesn't really help anything. Mash easily overpowers him. And in fact, after that's over, Lance and Mash even talk about it. Lance is like, if this is the best Magia Lupus has to offer, Mash goes, the rest will be easy. Lance even remarks saying, way to kill the tension, man, but I don't think you're wrong. It's like, yeah,
he's not fully wrong.
These two in particular were pathetic. But that's when Abyss Razor arrives. Don't worry, I'll get to his fight too once we get to his fight. Oh, he's a dude in a mask. He just picks up the 2 defeated members. It says they'll meet again before fucking off. Also, we see he's got speedster magic, more or less. He just calls it acceleration.
Acceleratio?
Yep. And
something
he knows...
like that.
Yeah. And it says that Mash and him are very similar, that they're both despised by the magic world, and then he fucks off. So, yeah. But that's how episode 7 ends, as Lance and Mash are like, huh, that guy seemed a lot stronger. Maybe they won't be as easy. Now we're on Ep 8. Who's ready for another YouTuber cameo?
What?
It opens with Abyss taking down the leader of Orca Dorm, who only has 2 lines of dialogue, Master Rhodes, voiced by Giguk. In his debut role, even he made a comment saying he didn't know what he was voicing in. I don't watch his shit, but if that's you, I'm sure someone out there is happy. To be honest,
It's just dumb that they credit him as their YouTube name.
It's not that in particular. When it's someone who's never voice acted before, I would say don't give them a major role. We've seen what happens there, just for celebrity points.
But it was just like...
It was a side role who only had 2 lines of dialogue, so that's why I'm saying, like, it doesn't This one in particular is like,
Yeah.
whatever. So... Also, I think he's dead.
Yeah.
We never see him again. What?
Yeah.
What's that?
If you're gonna credit them as their name and then their YouTube alias at the end.
Yeah, they might have credited him as his real name. I don't know. I just saw like articles about him cameoing or some shit, and him not knowing what he was reading the script for, and then found out later, because that's usually how it works.
Unless you go out of your way to audition for something you want to.
No, I'm pretty sure they just did it for the whole, look guys, who we got in here, because other dubs have done that too. Let's hope this really doesn't turn into a WCW-esque thing, though, and we've got people like David Arquette voicing in here.
But you'd be down for that.
You know what I mean. Celebrity for the case of celebrity's sake. But anyways, yes, that's it. Rhodes is dead. Presumably. I don't know. And even Abyss is like, the Orca dorm really is worthless. I thought they were supposed to be stronger than this. As we cut to Mash hanging out in his dorm room and Lemon running in saying, Tom's in trouble! He's in recovery, we gotta go talk to him. Mash's like, but I'm cooking cream puffs. But Tom's our friend! But cream puffs. But Tom's our friend! Yeah, doesn't seem like Mash would really go if Lemon didn't force him. One track mind, man.
If you're not a cream puff, you're not important.
Well, Tom wakes up, revealing that his magic feels very weak, and he had a nightmare about being trapped in a box. And he doesn't feel like bamboo right now. And, yeah, apparently other students have been facing this all over campus. Magia Lupus are kidnapping people to steal magic.
The infirmary is filled with NPCs.
Yep. And Mash makes a comment saying, man, this has me so freaked, I gotta eat a cream puff. And even Lemon's like, take this seriously, Mash. Also, it's revealed here that Wahlberg is...
That's asking a lot.
Yeah, Wahlberg's at the Bureau of Magic, so that's why he's not here to take care of this. Also, Lemon gives Mash a creepy as fuck doll here and says, hold it close to you at night and think of me, and don't do anything too dangerous, but think of me when you're hugging this doll.
Stranger danger?
Man, who wouldn't be jealous of Mash in this situation, right guys? Well, at night...
Yeah...
at night, Lance and Mash plan to strike Langdorm first, before they could get the jump on them. And that's when Dot shows up, like, I'm not letting you guys have the fun, and Finn shows up, don't leave me alone! Yeah. And they stumble upon Lemon, who's under a trance, headed into a very freaky locale, which is conveniently where they were going to go anyways, so... Worked out in the end.
Welcome to Convenience Street.
Also, I love how Dot goes, man, even though Lemon doesn't have pupils right now, she still looks like an angel.
Are you sure you're not Dot?
He's got good yeah. Anyway, they end up following her. Also, is it me, or could you just sum up the 4 male mains of MASH as a pseudo-boy band? You've got the meathead MASH, you've got Dot, the funny one, you've got Finn, the shy, nerdy one, and Lance, the bad boy one. It's like Gundam Wing. You're welcome for that.
Pacifism through genocide.
Well, anyway... You all know the joke. They come to a magic door and that they can't open, and Dot tries using explode magic, and it doesn't work. So, like, how are we going to get this open? Mash doesn't know if it's a push or a pull. You all get it. And we arrive in an arena!
The mortal enemy of doors.
But it's time for Dot versus Shun! Who's voiced by Koidal. Keiichi from Higurashi-Go, and Albedo from Genshin. My name's Albedo. And Shun says he's subbing in for the 3rd member, or the 3rd Fang of the Magia Lupus. Though I really doubt this guy's that high ranked, being as how, well, you know, it's about to job. And Dot hates him because he's pretty boy, and Dot says he hates all pretty boys and goes on a massive tangent about it. How they all need to die in a fire or some shit. Also, Shun uses Rose Whip magic, so he's like Kurama from Yu Yu Hakusho.
Foxy boxes.
Foxy boxes. Anyway, we quickly cut to the Bureau of Magic, as Wahlberg is talking to a Bureau member voiced by Cam Clark. What the fuck? This character's not even named either. At least right now. But hey, we've got a Ninja Turtle here.
Yeah, just like that penguin he voiced in Hunter x Hunter.
I got nothing for that. Well, anyway, he reveals 6 inmates have escaped prison with the help of Innocent Zero. Who is that? We'll find out later.
Eventually.
Yeah. Anyway, back to our fight. Dot says he will beat Shun like a boss, sucker. His
They
words.
gave him too much freedom.
Yeah, you even had subtitles on during this part too, right? And wasn't Dot most of his dialogue improv from what you could tell? I mean, it works. What?
There was some dialogue that was the same.
Well,
but
this
you
is
can tell it's stuff like that. That's
yeah, that's definitely just Ben Diskin being Ben Diskin. But Dot here uses minefield magic, where he placed explosive mines around the arena, so that's a thing he can do. And yeah, he basically plays possum, so Shun will go in for the attack, and then Explodia happens.
what
But
a
even
minor inconvenience.
I know. I love how even when Shun falls, though, he takes a cool pose, and Dot goes, "Man, that takes commitment, even looking cool after losing. Respect, brah. Respect."
Why?
That's when they all
I just want to know what's going to happen next season with half of the shit he's going to say.
I don't know. We're not done with him yet. He has another fight coming up. But yeah, they all get sucked into the ground, and because it all gets liquefied and everything. And I love how Masher's like, "No, stop! Somebody save my baby!" And I feel like he was talking about a cream puff here, wasn't he?
Yes. Yes, he was.
Yeah, all of them are freaking out, and Dako's sad part is, I think I'm the most normal one out of all of them. It's up for debate, actually. What you guys think? Who's the most normal out of the mains? Because everyone's fucking insane.
I mean, according to the character synopsis on the wiki, Finn is supposed to be the straight of the group.
Well, either way, that's how Ep 8 ends. Now Ep 9. So first we start with Lance versus Worth, the third Fang, and yeah, here we go. Fucking Damon Mills again. Why? Jugo from Non-Baka, if anyone remembers that show. Was that supposed to get a season 3 that never happened?
Yes.
And Osamu from Haikyuu. I heard those fans are really pissed right now with the adaptation coming up. Turning 100 chapters of a manga into 2 films. What a good move.
Yeah. It takes a real genius to do that.
But yeah, so, Worth uses, what is it, mud magic? You can make mud clowns and shit.
Yes.
Yeah. And Lance tries slamming him around with gravity magic around the arena, but he lined all the walls and floor with mud, so it cushions his blows. He's like, oh, he can't beat me here. But that's when Lance just picks up objects and throws them at him using gravity. So, you know. We get a flashback with Worth, where his dad is revealed to be Greg Chun, just like Lance is. And he was brought up in a shitty home, just like Lance was. Yeah, they end up somewhat relating.
It's real subtle.
They end up somewhat relating to each other for their crappy upbringing. You'll notice the theme for these ones is the Magia Lupus are supposed to pseudo be inverse of what our mains could have become under different circumstances.
What if Mash never had cream puffs?
Oh my god. Well, this is when Worth goes Mark second and uses his ultimate spell, the Super Mud Magic, which I think the second thing is supposed to be a pseudo Bankai-like state, I guess?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, he just summons a giant mud blob thing.
Yeah, but Lance uses his ultimate spell, Torture Pole. I think I almost put torture porn in the notes. What the fuck is wrong with me? Anyway.
Because one of us made that joke during the episode.
That might be why. But yeah, basically, it surrounds the object with a bunch of poles or whatever and pulls it in a bunch of different directions. So, ripping it to pieces. And, yeah, Worth loses here. And that's when Lance makes the remark saying, you know, I respect you, even if I don't like you, but I can admire the hard work and dedication you put into shit, so... You and I are similar in that regard. Hell, even our dads sound the exact same.
Yeah.
Like, it's really stupid.
Just wait till season 2. You're never gonna believe whose dad he voices next.
Please stop. Why? Well, now for Mash vs. Abyss, the second Fang. Voiced by Marin Miller. Enkidu from Fate Grand Order, and Amanda from Little Witch Academia. Which, if you like this series, there's a chance you'd probably really like Little Witch Academia. Surprisingly very few shows set in a magic school, huh? Or I guess you both probably know her as Little Karibo's wife. Yeah, I'm staying away from that minefield. But yeah. So,
Masters of Irrelevance.
This is when Abyss is revealed to use Acceleration! And... I mean, I guess she does alright voicing, Abyss. I gotta be honest, none of the voice acting has been particularly bad. I did think some of Abyss's lines even sounded dude-like at first. Not gonna lie. What? It is supposed to be a dude, right?
Well, yes.
Pick the best
just remember, yeah, it's just like Zhao all over again, if I agree.
Yeah, so see, like, the best person for a job is what I'm saying. Yeah. It's also revealed partway into the fight that Abyss has the red eye. And Mash goes, oh my god, could it be? And Abyss goes, go ahead, criticize me. Dude, I think you have pink eye. And Abyss like, wait, you don't know what this is? Nah, I'm sorry. That's what it's revealed. It's basically Eraserhead's thing. Anything the red evil eye gazes upon will lose its magic. So... you know, it makes Abyss a menace to society. So thus, him and Mash can relate. What's up?
Yeah, because it's a society that only cares about magic, and they probably can't even wipe their asses without it.
Exactly. So, Abyss even reveals that his parents locked him in a jail cell after his evil eye developed because they were ashamed of him. And then at one time, they tried killing him.
Yeah, as you do.
But yeah, so Mash actually apologized. Like, oh, so your eye doesn't work on me because I don't have magic. I'm sorry. But see, again, different. The whole inverse theme is coming back into play because if Mash didn't have a good dad to raise him, then he could have turned out like Abyss. You know, complete hatred towards society for mistreating him. But yeah. As the fight ramps up, Mash traps Abyss's sword between his muscles, saying, yeah, my muscles are pretty great, aren't they?
Damn it.
But yeah. That's when Abyss goes second form. Yeah, not second. Should mention that. Ends with a TH. Where he steals his opponent's speed and gives it to himself. But it doesn't mean much because Mash's physical prowess is so ungodly that it doesn't really affect him. And he wins with muscle magic, Hurricane Rush. What is it, just a barrage of hits, I guess?
Yeah. Pretty sure it ends in a pile driver or something.
Probably. Too bad Love isn't here to fucking tell us. She'd commentate. We don't have a commentator for this fight.
We don't need the play-by-play.
Well, I mean, I know it helps me. But yeah. He basically
That's
tells
what the narrator is for. We don't need an actual character doing it.
Well, he tells Abyss, like, I mean, you're stuck with your condition, right? Might as well try to make the best of it. Don't let it be your only one defining trait. Besides, it's not your condition that you're born with that defines you. So, you know, it's your actions as a person that do. Again, really cool message, honestly. I'm sure anyone out there could relate to Mash or Abyss. It's not like you have to have the exact same fucking thing to relate to them, Hollywood. Take note. What?
They need to be exactly like you, one for one, to relate to you. They need to even have the same ear color.
What?
I know what I said.
Well, episode 10, Dot versus Love, the 5th Fang, and Milo, Genius, the 4th Fang. Also, Finn is here too, but pretty sure he's just here to be cheerleader. So first, we've got Milo, Genius. He's kind of a prodigy, apparently. Voiced by Caleb Yen, Kuraku from Demon Slayer, one of the other bodies, and Hyota from Pretty Boy Detective Club. Please don't make me watch that die.
I will not watch it with you, and I don't apologize.
Dick! I mean, he does fine here. I don't have any complaints. And we have Love Cute. Yes, that is her name. Voiced by Lily Key, or Lily Peach, whatever you want to go with. Sayu from Genshin Impact, and Yoshi from Otomi Nagatoro. And you can tell what her whole thing is, besides being a best girl. Fight me! What?
Yeah, sure.
Well, before the fight can really get underway, we cut over to our character that we're about to meet, Rain Ames. Which, just tell you now, yeah, it's Finn's older brother. The current Divine Visionary, Ray Chase.
Speaking of top students for Adler...
Yeah.
He's definitely still in Adler if he's wearing their jacket.
Oh yeah, we did show off the robes earlier. I didn't really bring that up,
yeah.
But yeah, and Mash had trouble putting it on because he didn't know what he was doing. And Lance, like, do I have to do everything for you? You can't even dress yourself? But yeah, Ray Chase, Suka from JJK.
I don't know if we 100% know what Adlers look like, or if the Magia Lupus just have their own.
Oh, you mean Lang's? Lang dorms? I mean, did Silva wear the same robe? Because he's part of that group. He's part of Lang. I don't know if he was part of the Magia Lupus specifically, or if they just forced him. I guess find out next season. Well, yeah, Ray Chase
so
is
I
Suka
guess they all wear white coats there.
You're not letting me credit Ray Chase. Fuck's wrong with you? You hate him? Come on, man. He's Novalet and Genshin.
Yes, but more importantly, he's narrator in AC6.
Yeah. Well, they will go on with the robes later. But yeah, he's doing an investigation for Wahlberg, because Wahlberg's like, they might have already invaded Easton Academy, so look into that. So he just says, I just have to keep searching. Back to the fight, though. Milo says, alright, they're all yours, love, and leaves. At first, I thought he was trying to sound British by saying love at the end of that sentence. I was like, oh wait, no, that's her name.
That's her name. That has some really stupid names.
But yeah, so he leaves as Love asks Dot if she's cute, and does he love her? He's like, well, I mean, I guess you seem pretty nice. She's like, oh, so you love me, right? He goes, no, sorry, my heart's dedicated to lemons, so... And she goes, so you don't love me? Then die! It's like, wait, what? She goes, yeah, my daddy tells me anyone who doesn't love me should die. And it's like, well, that's a bit extreme, but damn, I am such a freak. I am so into this.
Whatever
Holy
you say,
shit, Dot. I mean, he's got good wait a minute. But yeah, Sheikah uses her wind magic, Tora Nagus, which almost sounds close to a gamer word, but that's not the point.
They just remove letters from things.
Yeah, it's a tornado. I could fuck a tornado.
And dry hump a sea.
Yeah. But yeah, it's the whole thing. Remember, Dot wants to be considered the main character of his story and all that shit, and she wants everyone to adore her. Did you see the theme here?
I mean, her name was real subtle about it.
Yeah. It's in the tornado that Dot has a flashback of being bullied when he was younger, and his sister having to stand up for him. His sister was not credited. I'm not sure who it is, so, no. We'll probably find out
next season.
But yeah, she basically says you gotta stand up for yourself one day, Dot. You can't just let everyone bully you like this. Then he thinks back to Mash helping him with the Silva situation. Thinking, oh yeah, my sister told me to find a good friend, and I did. He really helped me. Without realizing it was for the cream puff.
It was all for the cream puff.
But yeah. He breaks out of the tornado, and it's revealed that he's born with the warding cross. Basically, magic power increases the higher your emotions are. Well, doesn't that mean Dot could basically become the most powerful one of them all if he gets super angry and Hulk out?
I mean, he's not always really angry with how he...
That's true. Oh yeah, he uses one of his other spells here too, the machine gun explode, which is just, what, firing out a bunch of little explosions?
Yep. Bunch of tiny fireballs.
Yeah, he dispels all of her magic, and she's like, oh no, he's gonna beat me up, isn't he? He goes, sorry, but I don't like to hit women, so just give up. And she does. But that's when Milo is back, and we barely get any peek of his magic, but it's stone magic. He hits Dot with it with a surprise attack, because he's a dick. But Aki, it's time to celebrate, because this is when Rain arrives, using his sword magic to kick Milo's ass in one shot. Does Rain, your hero, die? Is he gonna rain on your parade?
Got any more? You done yet?
Rain aims. Sounds similar to Ray Chase. They almost rhyme. Okay, now I'm done.
Now you're just stretching it.
I am. Anyway, he tells Dot and Finn to GTFO as he's beating the shit out of Milo on the ground, interrogating him. And Love says, yeah, that's it. I'm defecting to Adler now. Probably a good call. And Finn just goes, hey, it's my brother, and then pieces out. I'm gonna predict here, I don't fucking know, that Finn's backstory is gonna be having to measure up to his brother in the family, isn't it?
Something like that.
Also, we get a flashback here of the first time Mash ran into Rain before he arrived here. And Rain says, I want to calculate your magic. So he's gonna use the Arachnobus. Voiced by Lizzie Freeman, Chizuru from Rent a Girlfriend, and Yanfei from Genshin. Because we haven't had enough Genshin yet either. And Mash's magic power is 0, freaking the Arachnobus out. Why did Brianna Knickerbocker voice the spider? She already voiced the spider before.
And you missed your chance to use Licorice as a credit.
You're right, Chisato. Who doesn't love Chisato? Oh yeah, so Rain's magic is, what is it, summon swords? Because he uses it to test Mash here.
Pretty much. Except they're physical swords and not translucent, like Virgil's.
So would it be like Byakuya Zen, kind of? I guess? Except they don't shatter.
Yeah.
Well, Mash is deflecting the swords, and while I love this, Rain is like, hey, he's a lot stronger than I thought he'd be. In the background, you can hear Mash go, dude, you're really giving me Stranger Danger vibes.
Damn it.
Well, Mash ends up passing his test as Rain apologizes, saying, oh, you're the one Wahlberg told me about. Well, here, sorry for hurting you, man. Here's a healing handkerchief. It's magic. And, yeah, have fun going to fight Abel, I guess. And when he leaves, Rain thinks to himself, he doesn't have any magic. He's gonna have a hard time here, but I'm sure he can do it. I believe in him.
And it has a whole bunch of rabbits and shit all over the handkerchief too.
Yeah, Mash even goes like, dude, you're into bunnies? Seriously? You know what? Forget I asked. Makes you wonder if he is actually into that shit or if that's just a person who made it who's into that.
I mean, you never know how weird these people are behind closed doors.
Yeah. Well, he arrives at the final door leading into the most inner place of Lang's fortress. And he doesn't know if it's a push or a pull, so you know what happens. And that's where Abel is saying, how many times...
the door to success.
Yeah, Abel even shouts, how many times do I have to tell you, stop breaking the damn door?
A lot.
Episode 11.
Keep happening.
We're on Ep 11 now, with the true fight, as Abel once again goes on about survival of the fittest. And Matt's like, well, what do you do with people who don't have any magic? And Abel goes, well, of course, we would kill them. And I love Mash's over-the-top sigh there. Also, Abel says that if anyone is an underachiever, he will also kill them. So I guess Abel hates lazy people, too.
Yeah.
Well, their fight's about to get underway. Love randomly shows up to this room to start commentating over it. Love, what the fuck are you doing here?
Standing outside the door commenting on this.
Also, it's at this point I noticed I waifued a lot of Wind users. What the fuck? What? Love?
Sounds
Genshin?
awfully specific.
Mashle, Genshin, Fairy Tail.
I mean, just say love, Sai. Wait a minute.
Oh. Well, anyway. The puppet army attacks as Mash, what is he? Throw one of the puppets at all the others, knocks them down like bowling pins. It even makes the bowling pin sound effect.
Yep.
And
or rips off its head and bowls with it.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And, yeah, Abel says that he was born with the best genes. Wait a minute, are we going to get a Liquid Snake Ran up in here? Because if so, where's Cam Clark again? Well...
He's probably fighting his twin or something.
Matt says, well, if you believe it's the strong's job to take from the weak, then I guess I'll just have to take Lemon from you. Matt's just throwing down, man. He's insulting him, calling him weak as shit. But that's when Abel plays dirty, using a Finn puppet on him. He would have used Dot, but Dot was too injured to be useful. And that's when...
Yeah.
What's that?
And Finn was just standing there doing nothing, or sitting on the ground, I guess.
Yeah, he really didn't do shit.
We don't even know his magic.
Yeah. I mean, it might be a weaker version of Rain if magic's hereditary. Because they did say earlier, Lance... Yeah, they said that the Crown family is prodigies in gravity magic. So... Well, Mash uses his gold coin to sever the strings controlling Finn. And he's like, you want my coin so bad? You can have it. Oh, I guess he likes being with me more. Because the coin returns to him.
It's a frisbee now.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
But Abel's like, that's it. You're a puppet now. And he turns Mash into a puppet and goes to finish him off. But Mash uses Spinal Reflex to protect the Cream Puff to knock Abel away. It's like, this Cream Puff is that important to him? This is stupid!
It is.
But that's when Abel goes Bankai, or second, using his ultimate spell. Anyone within 100-meter radius will become a puppet. And Love is freaking out going, wait, I'm gonna be puppetized! No! Why the hell are you even still here when you see this crazy shit? And
even after saying that, she still sticks around.
I guess she just wants to see what happens, you know?
Curiosity killed the love, I guess.
Sure. Well, Mash manages to break the strings right on contact, so let's say they connect with his left arm, he uses his right hand to snap them in the very next instant. And a lot of it's...
hand slam.
Yeah. And he breaks out of the ultimate spell, and Abel's like, holy shit, you're a lot stronger than I thought. And that's when Mash charges at him and uses muscle magic Hellfall That is an awesome name for a finisher, actually. Why hasn't a wrestler used that yet?
No, I'm pretty sure this is a soup, or
could be a suplex.
Pile driver or something.
Well, it's a wrestling move of some sort. As Abel's past is revealed, and he was saying earlier, it's like, I'm doing this all for Mother, right, Mother? Is he Sephiroth? What?
I mean, he has white hair.
Oh, there you go. But yeah, apparently his mother always said that even if they're upper class, to give to the poor, and one day she ended up getting stabbed by a lower class person who said, I hate the upper class, die, posh person. So he's like, yeah, look, we're donating to the weak, got her. Weakness is a crime.
I think you're quoting the wrong thing.
Well, this is basically, so it's again plays it to the whole theme. This is what Mash would have been if he were born with all the magic power and not born low class. So, but yeah, Abel admits defeat and releases the captured students. As Lemon and Fen are free now. And everyone's celebrating as Abel thinks they're all idiots. Hell, even Dot shows up.
They are.
But the real question is, where the fuck is Lance?
I mean, we don't see...
What's it?
We don't see him since...
no, since the fight ended. Because Rain runs into a new student here. Voiced by Brandon McGinnis. Fenwell from Black Clover and Ren from the Azure anime. And...
What?
Why that one? I don't know. This is the Azure. Fight me. What's up?
And with all these people, you could have said Demon Slayer, but oh wait, you said that in the last part with Alex.
Yeah, and I said that here too, with Caleb Yin over there. But yeah, so he was wearing a student's disguise, and Rain immediately sees through it. And it's like, oh, you saw through it, huh? Yeah, I'm... What's up?
I mean, it's not just any... he was disguised as Lance.
Yeah, so it makes you wonder what the fuck happened to Lance.
It's like, man, why is your voice different today, Lance?
Also, they don't say his name yet, but his name is Cell War. So I'm going to call him Cell War from this point on, because they don't say it till near the end of Ep 12. And yeah, I don't just want to keep calling him the Brandon thing.
These fucking names.
Yeah. But yeah, Cell War's like, unfortunately, I got to go kill Abel because he was useless. So yeah, you can fight this guy instead. And that's when another Patrick Seitz shows up. The famous serial killer cannibal, John Pierre. That's how he introduces himself. And if you're wondering, oh shit, how's this fight going to go? We don't see the fight in the rest of this season. So maybe we will next time.
I mean, Cell War is still a better name than Cell Max.
Basic bitch Max die. But now we're on the final episode. Oh, also, it's revealed that Rain says there's no way they could stand up to Cell War because he has powers on par with the Divine Visionary. So, you know, he's going to be the final boss of this season, clearly. But yeah. The Arachnobus even said Cell War's magic power was maxed out on her scale.
Maximum.
But yeah, so episode 12. It opens with an Abyss flashback. As Abel's recruiting him, saying that you are a tool to be useful to me. And that's all Abyss wanted, was to feel useful. As we cut to Regro...
back in the tool shed.
We cut to Regro and Brad talking. That explains the Patrick Seitz double casting. As they're like, you know, how you doing, Brad? And Brad's like, you know, I'm good. Just wish there was more for me to do. Yeah, screen time's important and all.
Poor fourth wall.
Anyway, back with Mash and them, they're still celebrating as Abel and Love even comment, how long are they going to keep doing this? And they even have some really dumb interactions where Lemon's like, I'm the heroine. Mash, are you my hero? Mash goes, oh yeah. What the fuck? Well, Mash's like, well, I gotta go use the bathroom before we continue celebrating. So he pieces out. And
I'm starting to think Tom was the one that was high.
Me too. I agree. But the tone shift is here because Cell Wars shows up and he immediately brushes everyone aside like it's nothing. As he thanks Abel for all the intel on Wahlberg, and then tries making Abel choke himself out. That's new magic, I guess. Yeah. I guess the puppet master became the puppet. But Mash is back.
Became the puppy.
Mash is back with cream puffs now. He's like, hey, I'm here. And Abel's like, no, not Abel. Seller's like, read the room, idiot. You tension killer, you. As if to exasperate that. I had a stroke there for a second. Mash sneezes the cream puff all over Cell War. Who then frees Abel. It's like, what the fuck? And Mash's like, hey, can you scoop that off of you? We were gonna eat that. Mash! Come on, that's... I know you carry cream puffs with you in your pocket, but this is beyond unsanitary at this point.
I mean, it's just... If he's gonna eat it... Only he sneezed on him, it should be fine.
What?
Also 3-second rule, obviously.
Well... Selwar then gets a pain feeling throughout his whole body. It's like, what? Who's resonating here? Wait a minute. Is it this dude? No, it couldn't be Mash. Is he really the one we're looking for? Which it seems to be. Well, he says that he'll take care of Mash in a minute, that he needs to kill Abel first. As he goes to strike him, and Abyss takes the blow for him. Sacrifice. And that's when Mash rushes over to give Abyss the healing handkerchief, saying, I promised this guy I'd give him a cream puff later. You just made me mad. How dare you make me break a cream puff promise? Also, Cell Wars magic is revealed here. He calls it Carbon Rain. So what is it? Carbon spikes, whatever?
Yeah.
What's up?
Just carbon in general. He can use it as armor, as projectiles. None of this explains the pseudo-telekinesis on Abel's hands to make him choke himself out.
I guess we'll find out more on that later. Maybe he's got multiple magic types.
Unless he covered them in carbon and controlled that, I guess.
Yeah. Well, it's obvious he's gonna be back later. But we have an Abel flashback with his mother, voiced by Lauren Lando, Kasumi from Dead or Alive.
It's dead, Jim. Stop.
Oh. She tells him how he needs to have empathy for those that are, lower class, that their lives are hard too. And he thinks of Abyss's sacrifice. He's like, he did all this for me. Fuck this. I'm gonna stand up for the weak. And he's encouraged to stand with Mash against the Carbon Rain. As we have an Abyss flashback, where he's getting bullied by Orland. Really? You guys couldn't wait 2 minutes?
No, they couldn't. Never change.
Yeah, with the evil eye. And he's basically like, I'm glad I was just useful to someone, even if he did think of me as a tool. Back to the fight, though. Cell War uses Carbo Heavy Rain. That means cue David Cage any second now.
Jason!
Well, Abel helps Mash break through as Cell Wars finally pushed back and hit. It's like, you're the first person to actually surprise me and hit me like this. But what will you do now that I have this magic reflecting mirror? It reflects all types of magic. Also, what type of magic do you use? And Mash's like, my magic? It's power magic. Yeah. And they're all like, that's vague as hell.
It is.
And that's when Cell Wars all like, well, let's see your power magic work on this mirror. Which Mash kicks, shattering it and hitting Cell War, knocking him back. And
Mirrors
yeah, that's
are more fun than television.
not anymore. Died, everyone were freaking out, saying, Mash, don't that, it's not worth it, that reflecting mirror will kill you! And you know what moment is coming, you're just waiting for it to happen, and it does. It doesn't disappoint. And yeah, at this point, they all realize that Mash has never used magic. They think back to every incident with him. They're like, oh shit. Anyway, this is when Cell War is fine because he used carbon to harden his body. So, he's like, I'm satisfied now. You are definitely intriguing. So, Abel can live for the moment. I'm just happy I got to see something so intriguing. So I'm piecing the fuck out. Maybe I'll see you guys at Season 2, or maybe it'll be farther down the line. Who knows? Bye. He didn't say that last part. I did, obviously.
Stop spoiling the obviously obvious things.
Okay. Yeah, so he pieced out, you know. So where's Gondai? Are you sad?
Yeah.
And it turns out, though, everything's all cool because Abyss is healed. The magic handkerchief worked. That is one good rabbit.
Also, the fact that the cream puffs distracted him enough to miss the vitals.
Yep. See? Everyone loves a cream puff.
Saved by stupidity.
Well, Abel seems like he's friendly with Mash now, and he takes Abyss and leaves. So, we're probably going to get these guys later on. Well, Mash's friends agree to keep his secret, and Lemon's like, of course we're going to keep it. Could you imagine how in trouble our marriage would be if the secret got out?
Yes, the most important part.
Well, a rando just so happened to overhear and says, I heard everything! I don't care if I used to be a puppet and you saved me, or if I was getting my magic sucked dry. I'm telling everyone, because this is illegal in this school. I'm a dick. And narrator even says, like, well, Mash's life is about to be threatened at this academy. What will he do next? That's where the season ends. Except it doesn't, because there's a post-credits scene. As we see Cell War meeting with someone Innocent Zeros, who's credited on the cast list. So, kind of spoiled that, but I guess it was obvious. He calls him father, too. And it says that he found him, the one they've been looking for, Mash. As Innocent Zero, voiced by Jalen K. Castle, Okuyasu from JoJo, says yes, soon he will be ours, and we will have what we need.
Wait a minute, that doesn't sound a thing like Zero. That's not JYB.
I want JYB in this now. Want to be in part 2. But yeah, as it's revealed, Mashle will be back in January. Magia Lupus arc end, and I thought this arc was great. I actually really enjoyed it. Did you have fun with it, Dai?
Yes, I know you like this part with the shark.
Yes!
You couldn't stop talking about it.
And who doesn't love? Do you think she'd have trouble interacting with anyone in Britain thinking they were talking about her name?
Yes.
But yeah. I don't know. Mashle in general is just really fun. It also gives that whole nostalgic feeling of, you know, watching a shonen back on Toonami.
Yeah.
There's something about
shonen
it
that doesn't take itself overly serious.
Yeah.
I mean, they broke the fourth wall at least 5 times.
Exactly. And it's, again, it knows it's having fun. It's not, you're not meant to watch and take it overly serious. It does have a couple of serious moments here and there, but more often than not, its primary focus is to entertain. And I think that's what makes it work. Especially when, you know, I think it stands on its own amongst all the other major shonen that were airing around the same time. The JJKs, the Bleaches, and the Demon Slayers. That's why, I heard Shonen Jump admitted they were disappointed in the ratings of the anime, and it's like, what the fuck were you expecting? You aired a brand new IP in the same genre against basically 3 well-established IPs with a huge fan base built in already. Are you retarded?
Yes.
Like, that makes no sense. They would have been better off airing...
Here's your problem. You're trying to think about it. That's why it doesn't make any sense.
They should have aired it in October, and then it could have ran from October to March all the way through, and its only competition would have been JJK. Bleach and Demon Slayer would have been over by then, and they would have had more room to breathe. If I was going to say, well, it would have had to be with Spy Family Season 2, I'm pretty sure Spy Family and Mashle are in completely different ballparks of what fans are trying to attract. Even if they're from both from Shonen Jump.
No, it's gonna eat all of it.
I mean, they are both comedic, so maybe I'm the fool. Whatever. Apparently we covered the first roughly 40 chapters of the manga, so if we do 40 chapters a set, if they give it another 24-episode set after Part 2 comes out in January, we could adapt everything, which I hope they do. That'd be fucking cool. It's not like it's going to go on for 8 million episodes like a bunch of the other ones out there, so I think that'd be not too hard of an ass.
Or gone for 8 million years like Demon Slayer.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, as far as MVP of this dub, I think everyone did okay. Alex is fucking great as Mash. Ben Diskin as Dot was amazing. I don't think anyone's going to disagree with that. He's just playing himself more or less, isn't he?
Yeah.
Lemon, or Angelia's Lemon, is great too. You've got to be someone who's willing to just go all in on being insane, I think, to be able to voice great in the show.
Also to just voice an anime in general.
Yeah. I guess that's one way to put it. This is one of the most shonen anime to ever anime.
One of the animes of all time.
But I hope you all enjoyed this. And see, we did a deep dive on something that many of you probably weren't expecting, because many people, you know, I think Mashle deserves more attention and love than it got. Really enjoyed it a lot. You know what's going on about Chainsaw Man or whatever. Sorry, I just wanted to cover this more than Chainsaw Man. You know?
Because everyone talked about Chainsaw Man. Do we need to say anything?
Yeah. I mean, it needed to be more episodes. There, I talked about Chainsaw Man. It was too short. We didn't get much feel for it.
If you're gonna adapt something, adapt everything.
Exactly.
Like Chainsaw Man.
Well, we're getting off topic. But yeah, so let us know what y'all thought of Mashle. Again, if you haven't seen it yet, even if we spoiled it for you, like, we can't do it just with the comedic timing and everything, and it's just fun. It's the most important thing. And I really like the themes about it. Or the
Bender skin noises.
Yeah. And I really like the themes too. How it's not what you're born with that should define you. It's who you are as a person. And I think that's a really cool theme. So. But that's going to do it for Mashle. And we'll be back, obviously, with Mashle Part 2. Are we going to do it episodically like we did with Bleach, or one whole part? We'll see. I don't know. It depends on what's going on. We'll find out. So, hope you all join us for more MASH.
Now be like Bundiskin. Go shave your head and join a cult.
Or simp for Lemon in love.
And give away your game sphere.
I'm no longer allowed to enjoy video games. Or life. You are welcome for that. But until next time, guys, thanks again for watching, and hope you have a good day. Till then.